So if I can do I have time to be a little Heideggerian about
Let's
this?
go. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So I think so. Part of the title of the episode, "Questions Concerning Technology," is taken from 1953 lecture essay that Heidegger gave. Martin Heidegger is a German philosopher in the 20th century. Thought deeply about these issues of technology and what it means to be a human being, and Dasein, the existential analytic, blah 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 blah. But he saw the problem of technology, and he saw it, in a sense, he's helpful because he saw it's inevitable. So deeply ingrained in the Western mindset is efficiency and techne. This is, in a way, and of course in the Greeks, the Aristotle, techne is sometimes just knowledge,
Right.
and yet it's also craft and skill. So these are the drive to technology. This sort of thing is inherent in the notion of Western science and our kind of knowing about the world. Okay, but his concern is that technology at some point, as inevitable as it is, starts to reframe, he calls it. So Gestell is the inframing sense, the kind of setting up a frame that replaces a non-technological frame, a human frame, you could say. So he has, I'll read a little quote about this I think is pertinent. It's a beautiful essay in general, and one of his more intelligible ones. It's actually readable. Yeah. He says, the threat to man with technology does not come in the first instance from the potentially lethal machines and apparatuses of technology. So you could have the sense of technology as, it's going to replace us and bomb us. And you hear this sometimes with AI, and I don't know if that's really credible. That's not the most interesting one. That could destroy humans,
Right.
but it won't destroy our humanity. He says the actual threat has already afflicted man in his essence. This is the technology point. The rule of inframing, that's the kind of viewpoint of what technology does, replaces us, threatens man with the possibility that it could be denied to him to enter into a more original revealing, and hence to experience the call of a more primal truth. What does that mean? It means that with technology, the danger is that we will re-understand ourselves as passive recipients of the goings-on of the world, as opposed to active agents and players, audires, to actually work. We actually do things and use technology. And instead, we flip. Technology will inframe us such that we become the instruments of the technology. This, I think, in small ways, not to freak out about emails or anything, but we can already see this. When I'm typing a text or something or an email, it's presenting to me possibilities of how to carry on with the sentence. It's telling me already what I ought to say, or what I might say, or what I generally say, or something. And it's easy to let this thing start to fill in, and the more you let it fill in, well, eventually what happens here? It's no longer me doing the writing and me doing the choosing. I'm now just the kind of necessary condition of technology doing all of the work, right? So I haven't allowed it to augment me. There's a point, this switch where I no longer allow technology and AI and to augment my activity,
Right.
but now it replaces my human activity.
Yeah, I think that to your point about this passive, the way that we're engaging reality in a passive way, I think we can also see this not just in the way that AI is modifying how we use things like email, but we're seeing this modification of how human beings recreate with Netflix, because it's so easy to go and to turn on this, basically limitless world of entertainment where all the screen does is just throw something at you and you can just sit in front of it.
As opposed to reading a book or doing something, yes.
Smoking a pipe.
Yep, exactly.
Having a conversation with another human being.
Yes, exactly. And I think the threat, when you said it's going to destroy humanity, I think Heidegger has the good point about this, that it's not humanity qua humans,
Yes.
like individual humans,
Yes.
but it is very serious that the essence of what it means to be human, which is to be a rational actor.
Yeah, that's right.
The rational actor. It's going to replace not only our rationality in the sense of telling us what it is to know and to have knowledge, right? Replace that so that we don't actually try to grab knowledge and know things anymore. We just grab random facts and then we spit them out. But also, the more fundamentally, the actor part, the agency aspect. I think it subtly undermines that. So it does threaten, as all technology always did, but now because of its power, brings up the essence of technology, which is the threatening of the essence of humanity. Again, non-nuclear Holocaust sense, but actually in the metaphysical sense of we'll forget who we are as humans. And that means that this limit thing, that we realize its limitations, we might not know its limitations because we'll have forgotten that we are humans, and what it means to be a human is to actually act. It's possible, of course, that it raises the real question in the good, this is the old Felix Culpa, I suppose, is that we realize, I do care that a human wrote that. Not because of it's not made up, but because I care humans ought to do things. Or I do care that this wasn't from this, came out from this, or that I made this myself, that I chose to do this as opposed to it kind of deciding what to do for me. So it makes clear what it is to be a human. And the question is, can we rise to the occasion to embrace that and realize that our essence is being threatened here in subtle ways, nonetheless in real ways that could change how we exist.
Father Jacob Bertrand, would you say that you're optimistic about this subscription appeal?
No.
Would you say that you're optimistic about anything?
No.
Well, I am. Folks, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate it. Cheers.